Good morning. Just about. It's actually midday. On the 22nd of September. And my name's Tim. I sometimes forget to introduce myself, but then how does Mr. Invisible introduce himself? Perhaps saying, oh, hello, here I am. And again, another step of meeting in the secret place. And in a sense, a new perspective on it. Because I'm convinced that we are meeting in the secret place, will meet in the secret place, and have met in the secret place. Now, this is abstract, to say the least. But I want to take you on a little journey with it. Did I pray that meeting in either secret place, either this one, this physical world that I now term the secret place, to meet here, to look in your eyes, to spend some time, has the power to open you up to another secret place within you. And that is my primary service. That I, for whatever reason, have been given gifts that can help with this. Now, I am cautious about saying this because I do not understand the full scope and ways of this seeing within oneself. It's something that I am in the process of learning. But in that learning, it has been made abundantly clear that I do have this ability. To, in a sense, help you see yourself. But then there are the others that I have met in that secret place. And I'm just as convinced that will lead us to meet in this secret place. So bottom line, following my logic, either way this goes, I got you. Ha! And what else has been bubbling in me today? I mean, I had a nice day yesterday, and stuff, and got a pretty early night, good sleep. And this morning was gifted again with that ability to go within and experience so much. And then that lifts me in my day in a way that absolutely nothing else really could. Well, except seeing Wild Bird, now that would lift me pretty high, but that's not happening. So I'm left with this inner knowing. And then this absolute longing to share it. And yet here I am, still, to this point. Not knowing, in a sense, how, and yet knowing that I am. and that to share it face to face with people is part of the process that I'm in. It's part of the learning. And part of some higher powers assessing my readiness to do just that. Because if I'm not ready, if I'm not clear about this, then I can confuse as easily as I can give clarity. Very possibly for many that have maybe just listened to it a little bit will be, guys are not. And yet there's those that have persevered. And some clarity is coming. The other day, my teacher asked me a very simple question. He asked me, why do you listen to me? That was it. Just like any good teacher, leaving me then to ponder exactly that. First of all, I just want to say that his presence was enough to ignite, to connect dots in me. And then, of course, the question. Didn't take a lot of pondering. What it did show me his awareness of where I'm tripping up. That why do you listen to your teacher? It is to remind. It is to remain in that remembrance. That the teacher has that gift of imparting not just wisdom, imparting a connection within yourself that is part of this tapestry of heartfelt words. That there is magic in this that unfolds within you, within me. So I would just like to say thank you for that question and the answers that it gave me. And that once again, that rises up, that desire to listen to those words. Desire to feel that connection. I can sit here and say I have that desire all the time. But then my actions say something different. And so this is a lesson in my balance, in my commitments, in my focus, that has been gifted to me at, I would assume, exactly the right time. And I wanted to share that because it was just a few days ago and it touched me so deeply and then seemed to open something inside of me. It seems to have letting more of this experience be experienced, allowing myself that love. That's what we're talking about. Unconditional, divine love. That's the subject. Again, my teacher, I remember this was going back 4 or 5 years ago on a particular event. Where it was really, among many other things, a lot to do with expectation. You have expectation, you can be disappointed. Have no expectation, there's no disappointment. And at that time I did have, well, I thought they were hopes. But I guess they were certainly expectations. And they were swiftly dealt with. But he also pointed out so much more. And always that acceptance of oneself, that knowing oneself. And very much for me at the time to realize that I needed to understand it was subjective, not objective. And I guess I was, and I guess still am, objective. And yet the subject has kind of taken over my life. And I see the object in the subject. So you see where I am. Got it sussed. You know, you guys can depend on me. Oh, great. There's just another step. Steps I'm enjoying gradually more and more. To have this confidence. A real, deep confidence of who I am and what I'm here to do. Without being specific. Because I guess I've never been very specific. It's a fault of mine, or maybe it's a gift. I can be specific. And I think I will need to be in certain ways. But not in this subject. That it's a unique path for every single one of us. Utterly unique. And that requires so much respect for each other. All of us. Respect for the children growing up in this new world. Complete respect for them. Complete freedom. They need freedom to discover who they are. Not this society and parents and school and people telling them who they are. We've done that, tried it. It's a work in progress, I'd say. But what I see is the ones allowed that freedom earlier on have more of freedom through their life. Having to deal with all these concepts and trauma, essentially, from your younger years. That's what you can mess around dealing with through your later years. That's unfair because we can see that now. We're not stupid as a society if we allow ourselves. If we're not led, if individuals actually wake up, we all know what's good for each other, what's not good to do to someone. These are inherent. We know them so simply. And then we learn other things along the way. And this unlearning so much of this. To find a freer, truer you. Is it possible? Many would ask. Yes, of course it is. Many have proven. Is it possible now? En masse. I believe it's already happening. That this shift is happening. that there is energy aligning so far beyond our understanding, and yet utterly wanting good for us. This is a benevolent, beautiful universe. The way it teaches is not simple. But then, the scale of this universe is seriously not simple. And we get this opportunity, this life that's so important. Now, the other day, I said that I noticed there are endless opportunities to, in a sense, for me to do this. There's all these moments that I can embrace what I feel is my truth and try to share it. I said they were endless, but they're not. This life has a final date in this world. In the understanding I'm attempting to impart to you, this physical life still has a finish date. But the understanding that you can experience within this finite world connects you to that infinite. And that, throughout the ages, is what all the mystics, all the saints, all of them have touched upon. That mechanism within us to experience the infinite. That we are that bridge between the finite and the infinite. The greatest treasure. And how lucky is that? Feeling. It gives you a feeling. And that is precious. You can't get this through your intellect, I'm afraid. It will not happen. You can get inspired. There's some wonderful books, and I recommend get inspired. But remember always that it comes back to this feeling and your personal interface with that infinite. So anyway, bit of a cosmic Sunday morning I'm having. I'd actually meant, and my memory's gone, I might do another one later. Because to be honest, what I had meant to actually do, totally forgot, was sit and do what I normally do, which is everyone out and have a chat with the wild bird. And I was going to properly sit down with her this time, because I had a message from some of my angels that she, even now, isn't clear about my feelings. The angels said that, it might be good for me to start the conversation. I thought I already had. So I'm warming up to that one, I think. And you're going to have a sit down and we'll have a sort of this conversation. You haven't got the bottle to come and talk to me? Well, I'm going to tell you what I feel then. How about that? I wish I could just tell you, though. It'd get embarrassing, but well past that point of giving a beat what anyone thinks. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I have my moments of, oh goodness, I'm never gonna see you, and it's like this is unconditional. That's what the universe has got in store for me. I haven't got anything I can do about it. But I got a feeling that's not the case. And I remain in that feeling. The one that's already, the feeling that's already showed me we're already all together. That it is just my perspective catching up. You know, because sometimes I wonder, I need to just say what I know. I see you all. How can I not get through this veil? Anyway, look, happy 22nd. My memory is just about, I can see it counting down. I've got about another 10 seconds. So look, take care and thank you, thank you, thank you.